anything but. It's an early season showdown. The Falcons and the 49ers will be set to go with the opening kickoff right after these messages. On offense, his best two-game start in his career, 666 yards and 6 touchdowns. Garrison Hurst with a great start for him. The offensive line has been solid. The rookie Dave Fiore out of Hofstra has been real good at left tackle. Garrison Hurst, 325 yards through 2 games. Jerry Rice is back and averaging better than 16 yards per catch. On first down, Young for Rice. And a first down. Ray Buchanan, number 34, took Jerry Rice out of bounds. For the Falcons, their defense has been solid. Up front, they're getting good work stopping the run. Lester Archambault, leading tackler up front. Craig Sauer replaces the injured Henri Crockett. Among the linebackers, Eugene Robinson had an interception in the NFC Championship game while he played for Green Bay against Steve Young. Everybody out. Young throws deep over the middle for Rice, and he's got it. And there he goes. The race is on. And Jerry Rice wins. Touchdown.
Well, Sam, the corner was playing outside leverage, and all day yesterday we asked every Falcon, why wouldn't you play inside to take away the slant? And when you play outside shoulder on Jerry Rice, that inside slant will score instantly on you.
He scored more touchdowns against the Atlanta Falcons. 27, 23rd receiving touchdown. Those 27 touchdowns against the Falcons, more touchdowns against any opponent. Wade Ritchie's kick is good. Jerry Rice was upset that they got caught from behind against Washington 2 weeks ago by
Dennis Green.
By Darrell Green.
Darrell Green, rather, yes. Watch the inside slant. You'll see the corner sitting outside. Wow.
Great catch. And Ronnie Bradford just couldn't get there.
Oh, Ronnie Bradford closed the gap. I'm impressed on Ronnie Bradford's speed. And that's Bolden playing the corner. Jerron Bolden sticking outside. And you got to come inside and take away the slant and make him throw the fade to go.
The numbers are just incredible on Jerry Rice, and he is back. This is his 3rd game back after the 2 knee injuries last season. He's now caught passes in 180 consecutive games, 3 behind the record held by Art Monk. 2 plays, both passes to Jerry Rice. And he now has the Rice-Young combination is now within 2 of the all-time record held by Dan Marino and Mark Clayton.
I think he scored half of those against me when I was coaching. I saw that a lot. What you can do now in Atlanta, the plus for Atlanta, they still got almost 4 full quarters to come back. When they score on you that quick, you got all the time you need just to keep going to work. You don't have to change your game plan.
Rookie Wade Ritchie will kick it off. Rookie out of LSU.
I went down and stood next to him. I was surprised that Wade was that slender, real thin guy. And there's Tim Dwight. Tim Dwight, I think, is the most exciting return rookie I've seen in a long time.
Jamie German, making his NFL debut, is back with him. This is Dwight from the 4. Barrels to the 26-yard line, where he's brought down. Chad Fan made the tackle for the 49ers. Take a look at the Atlanta Falcons offense. Chris Chandler, last time he beat the 49ers was in 1992 when he was with the Phoenix Cardinals. His offensive line, Dan Reeves wants him to play better. Calvin Collins is working on a sore left ankle. Jamal Anderson off to a good start, 162 yards, and Tony Martin averaging better than 22 yards per reception. Chandler checking off the line. Terrence Mathis in motion. And they ran into each other. Jamal Anderson and Chris Chandler got their signals mixed up. Number 97 is Bryant Young, having a good start to this season. Junior Bryant has stepped in for the departed Dana Stubblefield. Chris Dolman is a former Atlanta Falcon. Ken Norton Jr., the leading tackler. Winford Tubbs is in from New Orleans. Came in as a free agent. Antonio Langham is in from Baltimore, and Darnell Walker playing for the injured Marquez Pope, who's missing his 3rd consecutive game and played only 5 games last season. Thought Christian shifting. Chandler to put it up under pressure to the fullback Christian for a short gain. The ball dropped out of his hands but out of bounds.
I think something that the 49ers haven't been doing is pressuring the quarterback other than with the 4 people. Very first play, they came with a linebacker blitzing, putting a 5-man rush on him. They told us yesterday they don't think they can play with just a 4-man rush.
It's ruled an incomplete pass. The ball back to the 25-yard line. Brings up a 3rd and long for the Falcons. And this is something they didn't want to get into, Jerry. They wanted to make some yardage on 1st down and maintain possession of the ball. Jamie German, number 87, is in as a 3rd wide receiver.
Chris Chandler is pointing to the blitz linebacker, Ken Norton. And the blitz is on.
And there he comes. Dolman's got him. Big hit by the one-time Atlanta Falcon, Chris Dolman. The 10th sack that the Atlanta Falcons have given up this season.
And the blitz was picked up, but Dolman wasn't. Dolman's outside, and he's lined up across from Bob Whitfield. Comes inside and gets right off of Jamal Anderson. 2 people had a shot at him. A poor job opening up the inside by Bob Whitfield, but he thought he'd get more help from Jamal. Good pressure from Chris Dolman. Guy still lives in Atlanta, lives out there at the Country Club of the South.
James Krasinski's punt. Fair catch, wait for him. Caught by R.W. McCoy. Falcons have it. Bob Christian recovered at around the 45-yard line. Only the 2nd turnover of the season for the 49ers. But there's a big play. Joe DeCamillis, the special teams coach, loves it.
Well, this is not a fumble because the return man does not catch the ball. That would be called a muff, so the Atlanta Falcons can only jump on it. They cannot pick it up and advance it because it's not a fumble. It is a muff. On a muff, you can recover and not advance, and the Falcons got it.
From their own 46-yard line. A lot of breathing room now for Atlanta to do their thing. They have 3 wide receivers in. That's Christian, the fullback, who is split out. Tim Dwight running from the running back position. Normally a wide receiver and return man, but in as a running back. And no gain on the play.
The Falcons are looking for more speed outside. Tim Dwight was a running back in high school. And you look at the 49ers, all out blitz again, but they're blitzing off the open side, so you got a shot going away from the blitz, pulling the lineman, but they did not cut off Bryant Young. Bryant Young playing as good as I've ever seen him play.
2nd and 10. Jamal Anderson and Gary Downs in the backfield. 3 wide receivers for the Falcons.
Going blitz again, Sam.
Looks like they may have jumped. Flags fly. Pass is incomplete, intended for Tony Martin.
Every defensive play for the 49ers has been a blitz. So that tells you they're going to go after Chris Chandler. They don't believe it's not just Chris Chandler. They told us in the meeting, Sam, they don't think they can get there with 4 people.
Defense, players in the neutral zone at the snap, 5-yard penalty, replay, 2nd down.
4th-year referee Tony Corrente, a graduate of Cal State Fullerton, is the referee this afternoon. Roy Barker, the man who jumped.
Now, there was an offside, but was bad for Chris Chandler. The wide receiver was wide open for a big 20-yard gain. There's the jump. Junior Bryant was in a zone blitz. He tried to fake going up, and he was dropping back to the inside hook. But the penalty gives the Falcons another chance.
2nd and 5. Just across midfield. Mathis coming toward the line. The draw play to Jamal Anderson. No hole there. Good job by the interior of the 49ers defense. And once again, it's Bryant Young off to a terrific start this year.
Well, we watched film yesterday on the defensive tackles, watched both of them, and we said nobody can block them. Junior Bryant, Bryant Young, both played together at Notre Dame. And it's not just Atlanta's offensive line. We watched all their games for this season. Nobody's blocked those 2 the entire season.
4 wide receivers in for Atlanta now against 6 defensive backs for the 49ers. On 3rd and 5, Mathis in motion. Short and drop. Terrence Mathis, usually a very reliable sure-handed receiver, dropped that one, and the Falcons will punt again.
Here's the first four-man rush, and they beat Kelvin Collins. Watch the left guard as he gets beat to the outside by Junior Bryant. Gets there instantly, so they're even getting there with a four-man rush. That makes for a long day for the quarterback.
Dan Straczynski's second punt.
Hang time, Straczynski, we can call it.
Gets it away. It's short. Fair catch, Wade 4 by R.W. McWaters. Takes it at the 20-yard line. And the 49ers will go on offense for the second time. 29-yard punt by Dan Straczynski. Next week, Fox NFL Sunday begins at 12 Eastern, 9 Pacific with a great pregame show. Dallas at Washington, 49ers at Buffalo. Late games, Philadelphia at Denver, the Giants at Tampa Bay. Somewhere.
That's us next week.
Garrison Hurst and Mark Edwards with setbacks.
Change the play.
Yep.
Change the play.
And it's a pass. Sideline incomplete. A slip by Jerry Rice. Let's go back to the Fox television. 70. I can't believe. What a monster.
Well, if you're, Carmen Policy left the 49ers and went to Cleveland.
Yeah.
If you're with the Cleveland Browns, you got to get McGuire to be your tight end.
Offense. This action occurred after the play had concluded. Second down.
Ray Brown flagged for a penalty. Lost it down. It was after the play, and the veteran Ray Brown,
Not like him.
hit with a flag.
And what the 49ers are doing is a three-step drop and throwing in because the Falcons play zone. And guess what? When you do that, that quick out is open.
Right here, they got 4 wides, and Chuck Levy, the lone setback. Quick to Rice. Down he goes after he picked up about 12. Rice is the man to start the game. He's caught 3 already.
Well, and we asked him in the meetings, if you're going to play zone, why would you play inside? You can't play, he's outside shoulder instead of inside shoulder. He jams him, a little bump, and the underneath coverage can't get there quick enough. Cornelius Bennett, because it's a three-step drop, the linebacker cannot get underneath the slant.
Jerry Rice was upset. He wanted the ball more in that Washington game. Look at these numbers he's put up against the Falcons. Well, he's getting the ball plenty. Steve Mariucci said each week he becomes more and more involved in the offense. Well, he's involved in this one. Young had time, nobody open, and here he goes. First down.
Big story there, he slid. That's the story.
Last week, what did he do? He ran into this Darrell Green near the goal line.
He ran down the sideline last week and cut right back in there and got smacked. So he said this week he's going to be smarter. He's going to avoid getting hit on a scramble. And he slides into second base. He's safe. Can't hit him when they go feet forward.
Had a look at Bill Kolar, the defensive line coach for the Falcons. Very upset with his unit thus far.
Yeah, he's the best defensive line coach in the National Football League.
Garrison Hurst, first carry of the game, down the sideline, and finally wrestled out of bounds. Cornelius Bennett finally caught him. Garrison Hurst, he's running as good as he's ever run, and right now he says he's the happiest he's ever been in the NFL.
Well, this has to be the run force. Look where the defensive end is. So that tells you Eugene Robinson's got to be the man to turn it in, and he's way too late. Oh, he stepped out of bounds up there a little bit. Bring the ball back. They did. Good officiating.
Officials on the play, so they bring it back to the 49ers' 47-yard line.
That's the correct call.
Pickup of 16 on the play. First down for San Francisco. That's Terrell Owens in motion. Young look for him. Nobody open. Stop line. Incomplete. Intended for Jerry Rice. Cornelius Bennett had the tough job of covering Jerry Rice on the play.
Well, whenever you play the 49ers, when a back goes in motion past a wideout, the ball's going to go to the inside man, and you got to jump inside of him. The Falcons, there's the motion. Now look at Young. He tries to throw that inside man. Guess what? Nothing's changed here in the last 15 years. You take away the man that the motion passes. Good job by the Falcons.
2nd and 10 for the 49ers. They have the top 3 wide receivers of Rice, Owens, and Stokes. Garrison Hurst up the middle for the 45-yard line. The 3rd and short. Garrison Hurst, his second year with the 49ers. He said it took some time getting accustomed to the offense last year, but now he's got it, and he's exploding into the hole.
Well, it's not just Garrison Hurst. That time the Falcons had to play double coverage on the wideouts, and that allows for Garrison Hurst or anybody else that carries the ball to make plays up inside. There's Montana. You called him Bill Collar. We called him Montana because he went to Montana State University.
Oh, I got you.
In Bozeman.
Look at the 49ers already. On third down, Young stops and throws complete to Ahani Awezike. He's the number 4 receiver.
He was number 3 last year when Jerry Rice is out, so he has been kind of silent this whole season because Rice is back. A little easy 3-step drop. Watch the quarterback. Little semi-roll. And a curl and a flat. Nothing's changed. You can draw these patterns up in sand or concrete, wherever you want. It's the same patterns they've run forever.
2 tight ends in the ball game for the 49ers. Greg Clark, who's been out with a stress fracture of the foot, is back in for the first time this season. Irv Smith is in as well. Young draws everybody to him. The screen to Levy. Great hit on the play. Jesse Tuggle, the veteran middle linebacker, still doing it for the Falcons so well in this his 12th season. An undrafted free agent in 1987. Walked on and has never walked off.
Well, his coach, his college coach, walked into the Falcons and said, please give him a chance. Please give him a chance to try out. And everybody kind of snickered because he's 5'11", but nobody's laughed in about the last 10 years. All he does is play big.
Irv Smith tight end to the right. Chuck Levy's the lone setback. Owens in motion. Young looking, and he finds Jerry Rice. 4th reception of the game. Flags come in. Michael Booker on the tackle.
Face mask as he's being tackled.
Yep. Tack on 15 yards to this one.
Watch the leverage of the corner. The corner's looking in here. He's turning. That's called rolling your hips. You have no help underneath.
Personal foul.
That's giving it away. If you're going to play that way, you got to line up inside the wideout.
I want to welcome the fans who have been watching the Green Bay Packers and Carolina Panthers to San Francisco. Sam Rosen along with Jerry Glanville.
Who won that Packer game, Sam?
The Packers won. And they remain undefeated. 37-30 the final. Here, the 49ers scored early. A long touchdown combination. Young to Rice, 66 yards, and they're driving again at the Falcons 14 on first down. Chuck Levy weaving through a hole down to about the 7-yard line. Chuck Levy has been added. His role has really been increased this year. More running than before. Used to be strictly a return man. They signed Terry Kirby for depth this week, re-signed him. But Levy's done a good job.
Well, I really think what the difference is the formations. They're not just playing 4 wideouts on 1st and 10 or 3 wideouts on 1st and 10. They're playing all these different packages on every down. Down and distance has nothing to do with the formations.
Edwards and Hurst in the backfield. The fullback, Mark Edwards, touchdown. The 49ers mix it up beautifully and score again.
Well, they came in with a 2-back formation, and this looks so easy. They must have been, Falcons had to be reading off the tailback. He's going to just run here. Let's find out where the middle linebacker goes if he's going with Garrison Hurst.
He committed.
Wow. That's too easy.
Wow. What a drive. Wade Ritchie's kick is good. It's officially an 80-yard drive, but it actually was 90 yards because they had a 10-yard penalty. And the 49ers barrel in for another touchdown. A sold-out stadium here at Candlestick Point. Wade Ritchie set to kick off as the 49ers lead the Falcons 14-0. Tim Dwight and Jamie German are deep. For Mark Edwards, his first career rushing touchdown. Ritchie's kick. Dwight 2 yards deep. Got some blocking. He got through the hole. Good return, but he lost the football. And it's recovered by Jose Portilla, number 76, an offensive lineman.
Ooh, that was close.
Very important. A very nervous Joe DeCamillis. It was a good return. The ball was loose, but the Falcons get it back. The MetLife blimp Snoopy 2, which is soaring high over San Francisco, providing an aerial view of today's game. Snoopy 2 logs over 60,000 miles a year. Falcons from their own 24. Jamal Anderson, the motion man. Whoa, big time pressure, incomplete.
Oh, quarterback.
Junior Bryant all over
hard.
Chris Chandler.
All out blitz again. Remember now, the 49ers have had one defensive play without a blitz, and they went back after the quarterback again this down. They'll be blitzing right through the center guard gaps, and here comes Bryant. Wow, he's got him. He's hugging him, but he's not loving him.
Number 64 is the rookie Bob Hallen, second-round draft pick out of Kent State, making his NFL debut. He's in for Calvin Collins, who's been bothered with a sore ankle. Tim Dwight, his second carry, and a good one, up across the 30-yard line. Zach Bronson, number 31, in on the stop.
Well, the 49ers played vanilla defense, right straight up, and a good job by Bob Christian. Watch the fullback. He's in motion. He's going to lead up through, get the good block on the linebacker, Lee Woodall. And there goes the little mini brute. Well, he was small. We interviewed him. Not very big, but a big heart and very fast.
5'8", 184. Great track star at Iowa. Terrific return man. Led the nation in punt returns last year and being used as a running back. But here's a 3rd down and 3. Jamal Anderson in motion. Chandler completes to Anderson, who breaks the tackle. And across midfield, good effort by Jamal Anderson. Tim McDonald finally brought him down.
And that's a 4-man rush. Now, that's the second play the 49ers have now blitzed. And you can see Chandler, without the blitz, he has the time to make the throw. You're only going to see these 4 people come after the quarterback. Chandler, all kinds of time. Brought it out quickly, although that Bob Halen, that new guard you're talking about, that rookie, got in a little trouble there at the left guard position.
First completion for Chris Chandler, and first down for the Falcons in 49ers territory. Going deep, down the sideline for Dwight, and it's knocked away. Merton Hanks had him covered, reached up and tipped it away from Tim Dwight.
Not many people have a safety that can come out and play corner. That's their free safety, playing full press bump and run corner on that very fast rookie from the University of Iowa. And Hanks has him smothered covered.
Brings up a 2nd and 10. Jamal Anderson and Bob Christian in the backfield.
Blitz again, Sam.
Here they come. Chandler gets rid of it. Deflected and caught by Terrence Mathis. And he's going in for a touchdown.
The old tip drill.
An incredible turn of events. A 49-yard touchdown reception by Terrence Mathis.
Looked like an interception, a pick. They tip it up in the air, and Mathis never gives up on the ball. Watch the tip. Looks like it's going to be picked. Watch Hanks. Hanks tips it. Hello.
I've seen that in volleyball.
Puts him right back in the game.
Terrence Mathis stayed with it. And Morton Anderson for the extra point out of the hold of Dan Straczynski. Terrence Mathis steps in, and the Falcons get on the board, and they trail by 7.
The preferred card of the NFL. It's everywhere you want to be. By Microsoft. Where do you want to live? There are passengers and there are drivers.
Falcons needed something, and they got it. On the tip ball, Mathis takes it in, 49-yard touchdown. Morton Anderson to kick it off. And an onside kick. And a loose ball, and the Falcons recover.
What a great gutsy call.
Looks like Jerron Bolden recovered the onside kick. So the Falcons score. Try the onside kick. It works as the veteran Morton Anderson kicked the ball, got the big bounce, and the coach, Josie Camillus, loves it.
Joe's fired up. He's the special teams coach, and he couldn't be any more excited. He tips the ball, and Terrence Mathis of the Falcons never gives up. Ball in the air. Gets the Falcons right back. And now the Falcons get back in with the onside kick with Bob Christian. He'll be number 44. His job is not to recover this, but to block. Watch him on the right-hand side of your screen. Watch 44. There he is, and there's the block. The 49ers were not fooled. A good block by Bob Christian to set up the recovery.
And there's the special teams coach, Josie Camillus. Falcons from their own 37. Mathis in motion. Jamal Anderson. First through the hole. Powers his way up to the 48-yard line. Strong run for Jamal Anderson. Off to a solid start.
But you could tell by talking with the coaches, they're looking for somebody faster and quicker. They like Jamal, but Jamal is sort of a drag-you-around-the-field type guy, and they're trying to find some quickness, and that's why they're playing Tim Dwight in the backfield.
They missed Byron Hansbarter, got hurt in the last preseason game, tore up his knee, and is out for the season. And Reeves' team.
Measurement. Did he make it, Sam, or did he miss it by a length?
I think he is short by 2 lengths.
2 lengths. Oh, you missed it. He missed it by a length.
1 length.
You're 1 length off.
Where's that missing link?
Sam, you're only as strong as your weakest link, and you missed it by 1.
Yeah, but I knew he was short, you know.
Yeah, that was good. I'll give you credit there.
Dan Reeves' team started 1-7 last season. Since then, they have been 8-2. Second and a link.
Split backfield usually means pass. Oh, they shifted to I. That's a run.
Jamal Anderson, first down, and plenty more. Trying to fight his way away from Burton Hanks, and Darnell Walker finally took him out at the 49ers' 35-yard line. Good run by Jamal Anderson.
And a good job by the Falcons. They got in that split formation to make everybody think it was going to be a 3-step drop. It's going to be a pass. When they shifted to I, the defense knows it's coming up inside. This means pass to quick outside. Everybody's ready for the... Look at him. He's making the call. This means run. Now they got to check it. Little counter action. Good stiff arm on Hanks. Jamal running heavy.
Good blocking up front for the Falcons. 19-yard run for Jamal Anderson, his longest of the season. The play fake by Chandler. Hit as he throws deep, and it is almost intercepted. It's incomplete. Tim McDonald got back. It just dropped off his hands on the pass intended for Tony Martin.
McDonald's been making plays like that for a long time. All-pro safety. Used to play for the Cardinals. Became a free agent. Little pressure on the backside by Lee Woodall, blitzing linebacker. Woo! Tim McDonald all over that thing.
Just missed the interception. 2nd and 10, Falcons. Chandler on the roll. Deep down the sideline, and this one is overthrown. Intended for Terrence Mathis.
The 49ers came back to what they did early, all-out blitz, but Chris Chandler was rolling away from the blitz, had plenty of time. The blitz came from Chandler's left side, and he's rolling to his right. Everybody in the kitchen sink is coming off this side, but Chandler's escaping away from the blitz, so he has plenty of time. And just overthrows because he's on the run, I believe.
Antonio Langham on the coverage. It's 3rd and 10. 4 wide receivers for the Falcons. And we've got a timeout. Chris Chandler decides to call timeout, talk things over. 2:41 to go in the first quarter. Fox drama Brimstone premieres Tuesday, October 27th, 9 Eastern. and Pacific, 8 Central, right here on Fox. Good luck, Peter, with the show. Steve Mariucci, he's starring as head coach of the 49ers. 15-3 in regular season.
Doing a pretty good job. Went to Northern Michigan University. All-American quarterback.
3 wide receivers in. That's O.J. Santiago, the tight end, went in motion. Pressure coming. Chandler gets rid of it. It's up for grabs. And it is intercepted. It's intercepted, and it'll be down at the 7-yard line. 49ers intercepted.
Dak Brunson.
Yep.
And it was a duck. A real bad pass. It looked like Tim Dwight was open running a crossing pattern, but Chandler was getting chased and threw a duck. Bad pass. Chris would like to have that one back.
Very dejected Chris Chandler goes to the sideline.
Gets a little pressure, gets a little push on him by Roy Barker. And look at him and wait. Now it's turned into a jump ball. And one thing Tim Dwight is not, and that's tall. He's
right.
not a basketball star, but he was wide open if they could have let him and got the ball to him.
Bronson and Ken Norton Jr. there. Bronson's second career interception. And the 49ers from their own 7. Garrison Hurst. Good job of clogging the hole by the Falcons. Time for an NFL update. Tonight against Dallas. That's a good bounce back and a start for them in San Diego.
We got the Giants next week in Tampa Bay.
Jerry Rice, who's caught 4 passes, is in motion. Young is looking. Complete to the tight end, Irv Smith. Up to the 18-yard line. Irv Smith, whose brother Ed is on the Atlanta Falcons, a tight end as well. Ed gave up his baseball career.
Irv almost gave up his football career at the Saints. Didn't play well. They drafted him real high. Didn't play real good. It's amazing how somebody comes out here and all of a sudden they think he's an excellent football player. The Saints gave up on him.
First down, 49ers. Garrison Hurst in motion. The fullback, Mark Edwards. Big hole. Breaking tackles. Up to midfield. What a run by Edwards.
Wow, where's the linebacker when you got one back left in the backfield? One single back. This ends up with Garrison Hurst in motion. Watch the halfback go in motion. And you leave one back. That leaves the linebacker. The back's already gone. Oh, he took it out with the wrong shoulder. Jesse tried to get off a big Kevin Gogan with his left pad, and he's got to shed the block with his right pad.
Poor tackling by the Falcons. Hard running by Mark Edwards. 32-yard pickup. Up to the 49-yard line. Everybody out. Young gets rid of it, and it gets incomplete. Intended for J.J. Stokes. Just missed. J.J., who had a solid season last year with 58 receptions. Jerry Rice off to a great start today. But with the injury to Rice last year, Stokes and Owens came into their own as receivers. And now the 49ers have arguably the 3 best receivers on any one team. Minnesota might give you an argument for their 3.
Minnesota and this team. But you come into your own when you get a chance to play a lot. Now they got 4 wide receivers in the football game.
Chuck Levy, the lone setback. It's Levy trying to go wide. Ronnie Bradford with a good tackle after a short pickup on the play by Chuck Levy.
I'm impressed with Bradford's play. He closed the curl the play before. He's the one that chased Jerry Rice, almost caught him on the long play, and now he comes up and makes a tackle. I think Ronnie Bradford's playing pretty good.
49ers got off to the fast start. Young to Rice, 66 yards. Then the long drive, Mark Edwards, a touchdown run. Falcons came back. The tip pass caught by Mathis. We've come to the end of the first quarter. 49ers 14, Falcons 7. From Snoopy 2, which is soaring high over San Francisco, providing an aerial view of today's game. Snoopy 2 does not require a home base and is constantly on the road, like Jerry, logging over 60,000 miles a year. They stop the play, flag, looks like a false start.
I'm getting 60,000 miles a month the way you're making me travel. Looked like Atlanta jumped. Owned it. I think it was Shane Dronit.
Encroachment on the defense, number 75. An unabated move to the quarterback. 5-yard penalty remains.
Shane Dronette on the encroachment.
Guy that's been with Denver, been with Detroit, plays pretty good. He's a guy out of the University of Texas. Actually, he does a couple things very well. He blocks kicks. He blocks 7 field goals. He's batted down 21 balls, got those long arms, but he jumps offside.
Turns it into a 3rd and 3. Young on the play fake. Good play. Excellent tackle by Eugene Robinson on Irv Smith. Stopped him short of a first down.
What a great job by Eugene, not chasing the butterfly, because it was a great play fake.
Eugene Robinson.
Eugene knew it wasn't a run. I don't think anybody else knew it wasn't a run.
11 years with Seattle, 2 with Green Bay, went to the Super Bowl twice, brought in for his leadership and experience.
The crowd's excited because they're going for it on 4th down. Now you got to watch for a no-snap play, something to pull you off sides.
Hurst and Edwards in the backfield.
Split backfield, looks like pass. Inside.
Oh, Young, bootleg by himself. Down the sideline he goes. And this time he steps out of bounds. First down, San Francisco.
Last week, he'd have run right at that DB. And this week, the old bootleg.
Great call, and Steve Young, what a great runner.
Watch Chuck Smith, the right end for Atlanta. He's chasing Garrison Hurst down the line. And we asked, of all things, Lester Archambault last night, what did we say? What about the bootlegs? What are you going to do with the bootlegs? When the guard disappears, your end's got to play the bootleg, and they didn't do it.
And those 49ers receivers are excellent blockers downfield. 18-yard pickup for Steve Young. First down at the Atlanta 23. Young with time, looking for Jerry Rice. He's got it out of bounds at the 5. Big day for Jerry Rice. 5 catches. He's well over 100 yards.
Well, watch Steve Young's time on the blitz pickup. Watch Garrison Hurst, not that big a guy. Lincolnton, Georgia. Boom! Look at that. He picks up Jesse Tuggle, stuffs him, and allows a good outside cut. I believe it was a post score. I think he'll come to the left, come to the inside. No, it was just a corner route called a deep fan route, and broke outside.
And no way Eugene Robinson can stay with Jerry Rice.
That's a mismatch. You got a hitter running with a gazelle.
62 100-yard games for Jerry Rice. Steve Young turns and calls timeout. Let's step out early in the second quarter. 49ers leading and driving for more.
By Dr. Pepper and your local Dr. Pepper bottler. Dr. Pepper, this is the taste. And by Enterprise Rent-A-Car. Pick Enterprise. We'll pick you up.
Last night in the meeting, I asked Lester Archambault, when your guard pulls, you better play boot. Watch Chuck Smith. Guard pulls, Chuck Smith chases, guess what? Quarterback has the ball. We asked him about that last night in the meeting. Come on.
They weren't listening. Ball down. Garrison Hurst carrying down to about the 3-yard line. Bring up a 2nd and goal for the 49ers, who now have 238 yards in offense here in the first half.
Wow, and there's still 13 minutes left in the half.
They've had over 500 yards in each of their first 2 games. There's Lester Archambault.
But if you're playing for the Falcons, don't worry about that yardage. Just keep hanging around, keep the score close. They're going to get yardage. Just don't let the points get away from them.
6 defensive backs in for the Falcons. Fakes the end around. Young looking. Plenty of time. Deep in the end zone. Touchdown, J.J. Stokes. Another superb drive by the San Francisco 49ers.
The 49ers inside the 15-yard line, you got to cover the baseline. The baseline is the back of the end zone. They'll throw to the back of the end zone every time they get down here on a bootleg or a scramble. There's the back of the end zone. There's where you have to play the 49ers inside the 15-yard line.
He beat Eugene Robinson on the play. The extra point by Wade Ritchie is good. 2 touchdown passes for Steve Young. 8 on the season. The 49ers lead it 21-7. I think exception of the season for J.J. Stokes. He had 4 touchdowns last season. And the 49ers, with so many weapons, drive 93 yards, 10 plays. Wade Ritchie to kick it off. Jamie German and take the wild card. Down to the wire. Giants, great rush. Cubs trying to get in there. Chandler on first down. Sidelines it to Tony Martin for a first down.
All-out blitz for the 49ers. Good job. Watch the fullback, Bob Christian, pick up the blitz. Blitz by McDonald. Nice job. Gives the out route. Easy out route to Tony Martin. Watch the quick route. Darnell Walker, a little late on that route. Looks like they're going to blitz Chandler till this game's over.
13-yard pickup. First down, Falcons. Terrence Mathis in motion. Here comes the blitz. Jamal Anderson is hit. Tubbs, the middle linebacker. Winfred Tubbs, the fifth-year man out of Texas. Signed as a free agent after 4 years with the New Orleans Saints.
Well, they're doing twist and blitz on every down. Watch Winfred Tubbs go to the outside to his left. And Bryant, he's going to blitz out here. And here comes the big defensive tackle down inside. And that's how they smother that play.
Winfred Tubbs, a different type of middle linebacker than Gary Plummer was, the man who retired and was the middle linebacker.
A guy that not only can run, he's very, very intelligent. Psychology major in college at Texas.
On second down, deep down the sideline for Tony Martin. It's overthrown. Darnell Walker, the one-time Atlanta Falcon, covering Tony Martin.
Well, we drafted Darnell Walker when I was there, and he had a little trouble in coverage, but he's in full press bump and run against Tony Martin. Watch him cover him. This was my son's best friend. Those two guys were like brothers. They're in training camp. All they did is hang around together. My son was about the same size as him.
Starting in place of the injured Marquez Pope, who's out with a back injury. We saw him working out yesterday. Hopes to be back next week. He's missed the first 3 games of the season. 3rd and long for the Falcons from their own 41-yard line.
Let's blitz again, Sam. They're coming every down. Here they come.
Flags go down. Play is stopped.
Run out of time, I bet. Call that on the quarterback.
Prior to the snap, false start. Number 64, offense.
That's the
Rookie left guard from Kent State.
3rd down.
Bob Howland playing his first NFL game. He was inactive the first 2 weeks.
Highest guy drafted from Kent State since a linebacker that played for the Steelers.
Jack Lambert.
Highest pick from Kent State since Jack Lambert. There he is.
Good job, Coach.
Oh, man, we know too much. It's scary.
3 penalties for the Falcons. They've got to get to the 49-yard line for a first down.
No blitz.
Chandler gets some time. Good coverage on the play by Darnell Walker.
Well, you got to be proud of Darnell Walker. He caught so much grief in Atlanta. He had a hard time covering people. Everybody said he couldn't play. And he's doing a great job out here. Watch him come underneath. He's swimming with his left arm, and he's got that thing smothered. Nice job, and you got to be proud of him because Atlanta got tired of him and run him out of town.
Dan Straczynski's 3rd punt of the game. R.W. McWaters, a good return man, is deep for the 49ers. From the 20. Gets a box. Here he goes. Gets it outside the big return. They block the punter. McWaters goes down to the 43-yard line. And add that to the weapons of the San Francisco 49ers. Big return by R.W. McWaters.
R.W. is for running wild.
Mariucci, not worried. He's letting it all go this season.
He sure is. He said he's just going to play wide open. Here's the guy that was a candidate for the Heisman Trophy, playing at Little Northern Michigan. He had some good votes.
44-yard punt, 37-yard return by McWaters. Young on first down, dumped it off to Terrell Owens. Big pickup for Owens, out of bounds, close to the 20-yard line. They'll mark it at the 21.
All right, we want to go back and show you the punt. They say get to the picket fence. Here's R.W. Watch the fence set up. He gets 3 great blocks. There's the Falcons. Look at the 1, 2, 3. When he gets to here, Darnell Walker turning up, and that's how you break a punt return. Nice job. And R.W. McWaters off and running.
And what does RW stands for?
We're going to call it Running Wild.
Not bad. Born Robert William, but we changed it to
RW.
Running
Wild.
22-yard pickup for the 49ers last play. Young pump fake, looks the other side. Wide open is Edwards. No! Buchanan broke it up. It hung up there, and Ray Buchanan knew he had a pick, but it went through his hands.
Well, Ray definitely had it. He runs the bootleg and looks off the quarterback. He looks to the left side for the boot, doesn't like it. He knows he's got one running down the sideline. Fake pump. And he just hung that ball up. He didn't throw a frozen rope on that one. That thing hung. And that was Mark Edwards running down the sideline.
Ray Buchanan came over from the Colts. Second year with the Falcons. Second down, 2 tight ends in for the 49ers. Hurst looking for an opening. Smothered by Jesse Tuggle at the 20-yard line. Bring up a 3rd and long for the 49ers.
Nice play by the defensive line. Travis Hall, Lester Archambault. They gave him absolutely no place to run. And that's the strength of the Falcons, their defensive line.
Seattle and Pittsburgh. There's an interesting game with Pittsburgh leading. Green Bay came back on Carolina and won. New Orleans 3-0 now. Whew, what a start for the Saints.
They're in first place.
3rd and 8. At the 20. Everybody out. Steve Young with time. Swings it out complete to Chuck Levy. Slip. And is brought down at the 13-yard line. This will be short of a first down. Ray Buchanan made the tackle on the play.
Slot to the quarterback's left. There's a slot out there. They're all clearing. And all he does, Chuck Levy just run out in the flat. And it looks like he came out early for gym class. Nobody on him.
Wade Ritchie will come out to attempt the field goal. Joe Ticamillis setting his special teams unit. Ritchie 2 for 3 this season.
The crowd wanted him to go for it on 4th down.
A lot of coaches, huh?
A lot of coaches trying to help.
60,000. 31 yards. The hold by Ty Detmer. The kick is good. The 49ers open a 24-7 lead on the Atlanta Falcons.
Surprised if it was on him because he didn't push back. But it is.
Maybe Tim White. He got up there and let's see.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, number 56 on the receiving team. Penalty to be assessed half the distance to the goal. First down.
It's Keith Brooking. And one thing that has hurt the Falcons special teams is they've taken a lot of penalties this season on specials.
Keith's a rookie from Georgia Tech, first-round pick. That's what I saw. Oh, he grabbed him by the leg there. That's 85.
Wow.
They got the wrong number. It's on Brian Kozlowski.
Right there. From the 8-yard line, Falcons trailing 24-7. Chandler in trouble and just threw it away. Jamal Anderson was in the neighborhood, but 2 men, Roy Barker and Bryant Young, almost got Chris Chandler.
Well, they smelled the screen out, and they had Jamal Anderson go. Now, you cannot have pass interference on the other side of the line of scrimmage. So watch this play. Right there, he's grabbing him, holding on to him. Because they're on the enemy side of the line of scrimmage. You cannot have pass interference when you cross the line of scrimmage.
Brenson Buckner, number 99. Defensive tackle. Here comes the blitz. Chandler got rid of it, incomplete. Off the hands of Terrence Mathis. Good coverage by Darnell Walker, who's playing a strong game this afternoon.
Darnell's doing a good job. Watch the blitz on Chandler. They just pick it up in time. It's going to come off the left. It's Langham, the corner. It's a corner blitz. Watch the corner. Now, there's the corner 43, and he fires it out. And, wow, Darnell Walker, you got to be proud because he struggled. He struggled for me. He didn't play good for me, and he didn't play good after I left, but he's playing good now.
Here's 3rd and 10. Chandler only 3 for 14 thus far in the game. Chandler steps up and fires and completes to Tony Martin. That's a big throw by Chandler. And the catch by Martin around the 23-yard line. First down, Falcons. They needed that badly.
And Roy Barker, the left defensive end, he's got in a two-point stance. He's rushing from a two-point stance. I don't understand that. Antonian Langham sitting outside, way too much room inside. It looked to me like Tim McDonald had the inside cut, and he drove the route late.
Tony Martin, 16-yard pickup. He's been averaging better than 22 yards per catch thus far this season. Anderson and Christian in the backfield from the 24-yard line.
Blitz again, Sam.
Jamal Anderson, not much, using his strength to get up to about the 27. Roy Barker, first man in on the tackle.
The only time the Falcons are having success is when the 49ers are not blitzing. And we came into this game saying the 49ers coaching staff told us, Sam, they cannot get it done with just 4 people. So they're going all out blitz today. Only about 4 or 5 plays where they haven't sent everybody.
Falcons have 2 rookies on the offensive line. A 7th-round pick, Ephraim Salam, is the right tackle. A 2nd-round pick, Bob Hallen, is the left guard. Fake draw. Chandler steps up. Completes again to Tony Martin across the 40 to the 42. Another first down. And Chandler really firing that pass in there. The last 2 to Martin have really been hard throws.
And it's just a turn-in. It's a Kurowik on the number. On the number means these numbers written on the field. Watch him come down, sit down right on top of the number, right on the 40, where the 40 would be. And they're giving him inside routes. They're letting that inside route be there. That's Antonio Langham. And Antonio's not playing as good as the 49ers want him to. He's playing a little bit soft.
10th season. Tony Martin played the last 4 with San Diego. He's caught 3 passes for 44 yards in this game. Falcons from their own 42. 15-yard pickup on the last play. That's Mathis in motion.
All out blitz again,
Here
Sam.
they come. Just missed by Brenson Buckner. The deep throw for Tony Martin. He got it. No, he dropped it. He was there. He had it and dropped it. He was behind R.W. McWaters. Oh, that's got to really turn the stomach of Dan Reeves.
That put him right. It's all out blitz. These 2 linebackers. 51 is Ken Norton, and he's doing a crisscross. And now everybody's in the backfield. Winfred Tubbs running in there, and now you got to make this play. Good job by Martin turning upfield. Wow. He did exactly what he's supposed to do, is turn upfield. Look at that.
That's like somebody punched you in the stomach.
Oh, that kills you.
On 2nd down, everybody out. Here's pressure, and down he goes. Bryant Young was the first man to get a piece of him. And then the rest of the front took him down. Chris Dolman. And Brenson Buckner got there as well.
Well, the defensive line looks funny because Barker, for some reason, is playing a 2-point stance, but it's just a 4-man rush. And as you saw, Bryant Young just power rushing right up, called the bull, just bull rushing right up inside, overpowered everybody. But he's played like that the entire year.
A lot of pressure on Chris Chandler in this game. Sacked twice,
And
7 hurries.
Hit 6 times, Sam.
4 wide receivers for the Falcons. Chandler gets away from the pressure. And in trouble, down he goes. He wanted to throw, but he realized he was across the line of scrimmage.
Well, I think he realized if he ran, he never could get the first down. So after he got out there, he's got 3rd and 16, whatever it is. He knows he cannot, 3rd and 18, he cannot run for the first down. So he says, I got to throw this thing. Just a 3-man rush. Roy Barker beats Ephraim Salam. Ephraim Salam's, he's going on a school bus today.
Straczynski, fair catch, wave 4 by McWaters, takes it at the 28-yard line. On the good punt by Dan Straczynski, just under 5 minutes remaining in the first half. First-round pickup, first-round draft pick of the 49ers, R.W. McWaters. 37-yard punt. Jerry Rice has had a big day. 5 catches in this game. This one for a touchdown, 66 yards.
Good job by Ronnie Bradford chasing it. Little slant route.
Outside.
He said that was a mismatch against Eugene Robinson.
Spotted it at the 29 on first down. Steve Young swings it out to Garrison Hurst. Good pickup on first down up to the 36-yard line. Ray Buchanan took him out of bounds. Pickup of 7 on the play.
And that may have been Steve Young's strongest throw. This is a beautiful throw out in the flat. You can keep your eyes on the football. He didn't like downfield. That's a nice throw right on the money with Garrison Hurst already running full speed when he catches it.
Jerry Rice on the sideline here. 5 catches, 122 yards. 2nd and 3. Hurst. Good job by the Falcons taking him down short of a first down. Short pickup for Garrison Hurst. Garrison Hurst was the 3rd player drafted overall in 1993 by the Arizona Cardinals. Suffered a knee injury that first year. Played 3 years with the Cardinals. They let him get loose. Cincinnati picked him up. The worst year of his career was in Cincinnati. And now this is 2nd year in San Francisco. Rushed for over 1,000 yards last season in 13 games. And now he looks like he could challenge for the league lead in rushing. Had a great start to this season. Young. Sideline incomplete, intended for Terrell Owens.
He just went from his best throw to his ugliest throw. That was not a good throw. Watch this. It sails over the top of Terrell Owens. It's just it's a slot running to the flat. It's a little semi-roll left. He's left-handed. Nowhere near the target. Had Cornelius Bennett on the coverage.
And there's Reggie Roby, just signed this week. Spent the last 2 years with the Oilers as the punter, the 3rd punter the 49ers have had in the last 5 weeks. Tommy Thompson, Eddie Howard, line drive kick. Tim Dwight from the 18. Trying to get to the sideline. Slipped. And Zach Bronson hit him at the 30-yard line.
Roby's noted for his leg extension. His foot goes all the way above his head. All the years he punted. Watch the top of his helmet. Watch where his foot ends up. This is why people, and he's got on his wristwatch. He wears a watch so he doesn't miss the play. Look at this. If I could do that, I'd be a little more flexible than if I did that, you'd have to take me to the hospital.
Eddie Howard had been the punter. He was last in the league, and he was let go. Reggie Roby brought in and signed for the remainder of the season, a 1-year deal, his 16th season in the NFL. For the 49ers, that was only the 3rd time this season that they've had a 3-and-out.
Wow.
Falcons from their own 30 with Mathis in motion. Chandler. Sideline to Mathis. Up at the 48-yard line. Antonio Langham chased him out.
Little play action, excellent throw by Chris Chandler. Put the money right on the mark. It really was in double coverage.
Put the money on the mark?
Put the, I said
the mark
wrong.
on the money?
That's what I mean, yeah. But watch the out route. 18-yard completion on Langham. Langham's not playing like the first-round pick they thought he was going to be.
Langham came over as a free agent from Baltimore. Terrence Mathis with his 2nd reception. The play fake, sideline, incomplete. Chandler was hit as he threw. Bryant Young with big pressure again, and looks like he hurt his hand on the throw.
May have hit a helmet because everybody was flying around, and again, the 49ers, one completion, and they go right back to the blitz. They blitz off the left side of your screen. Lee Woodall. Hey, we didn't see him get hit in the hand, and that Bryant Young. Bryant Young, as long as he's healthy, they will not miss Dana Stubblefield. Notre Dame.
5th year out of Notre Dame, 1st-round pick in '94. 2nd and 10 for the Falcons from their own 48. Chandler looking deep, over the middle, and it is tipped and incomplete. Intended for Terrence Mathis. Darnell Walker on the coverage. It was up there. Mathis had a chance. Couldn't hold on.
Well, that's 2 big drops in this series. One by Tony Martin and one by Mathis. And I got to say this. After this throw, Chandler was grabbing his throwing hand. You can't get any more open than that. They had a weight on it, but you got to make that catch.
That's a catchable ball, no doubt. 3rd and long.
Shotgun.
Coming from behind, they trailed after the first series of the game, and they have thrown a lot.
Blitz, everybody's coming.
They pick it up. The pass is behind Jamie German, and Chandler is hurting. There is no doubt that his hand is hurting. That's the rookie Jamie German, 7th-round draft pick.
Well, the blitz is picked up, but the blitz still gets accomplished what it wants. Makes him throw a pass behind German. Makes him throw an ugly throw, even though the blitz was blocked perfectly.
German, a 3rd-round draft pick out of Miami. Dan Straczynski's 5th punt of the game. R.W. McWaters, who's had 1 good return, is back. Had a 37-yard return earlier. Lets it bounce. At the 5, Falcons down it. Bolden.
Man, touchback, he kicked it in.
Couldn't control it. It was there.
Smart play there, but they're trying to pick the ball up here and run it out. The Falcons stayed alive. This play, everybody thinks this play's over, and it's not. Watch it. 49er, number 28, I think it was in red.
That's Curtis Buckley.
Watch Curtis Buckley. Everybody's starting to walk to the field, so 28 picks it up, Curtis Buckley, and starts running out of the end zone.
But the official had blown the whistle and waved touchback.
Yeah, we've seen touchdowns like that in New Orleans. We're going to show you Buckley coming in late. There's the punt. There's the ball. Messed it up in the end zone. Everybody's walking away. Here comes Buckley. There he goes. And there
he wanted to go. Steve Young on 1st down. Pulls it down. Swings it out to Mark Edwards. Juggled it and dropped it.
Now that would have been some kind of play. Young looked like he was running right up the middle and found Mark Edwards running down the sideline.
I tell you, if Edwards holds on, that's a big gainer. 2:40 to go, 1st half. 49ers with a 24-7 lead. Steve Young has passed for 2 touchdowns. Mark Edwards has scored on a short run. And look at the
guy,
49ers.
This quarterback, to back up Montana and then come in with a Young all those years. That's why this organization's so good.
Terrell Owens. 1st down, 49ers. They can beat you short with a slant. They can beat you deep. Hurry up offense by Young as we're heading for the 2-minute warning.
Slant. You got to take away the slants if you're going to play out here. Take your chances on some other routes. You can't let them keep throwing the inside route.
Try to get it to Jerry Rice, just a little wide of him.
Jerry was in the dirt, did not look fast, did not look smooth. He was playing in the baseball infield. And you could see he didn't have that precision in that cut that he normally has.
Field before the game was a little bit slick. Of course, the San Francisco Giants still alive in the race, hoping to make it to the playoffs.
When I coached in Fulton County in Atlanta, I tried to keep the dirt there as long as I could.
Really?
Because it bothered teams that come in to play you. They had a rule, but we waited as long as we possibly could to cover up the infield.
On 2nd and 10, wide open the tight end Irv Smith. Up to midfield. They can get you with a fullback. They get you with a tight end. They get you with a back out of the backfield, and they have the 3 amigos at wide receiver. 2-minute warning. 49ers the big lead. We'll have the Visa halftime report. JB and Terry bring you scores and highlights. We have the Fox Sports ticker up to the second stats. With 2 minutes to go, 49ers at midfield. Rice in motion. The draw to Garrison Hurst. Picks up about 6 on the play. Jesse Tuggle in on the tackle.
The Falcons in the 2-minute went to a blitz also because of the formation. The 49ers are 2 backs, regular formation. Those 2 wideouts.
No huddle, everybody out. Young steps away and runs. And plenty of room to run. Slides to the 25-yard line. And he calls timeout.
Well, he's doing what he promised us, that he would slide on impact and that he would wear a mouthpiece. Mouthpiece because of the concussions that he had, and that he wouldn't try to run over everybody, that he would slide. And I don't know about the mouthpiece, but he is sliding.
Fake. He runs out of trouble. Boy, he's running the ball well. Steve Young, he's got a birthday coming up. It'll be number 37, and he looks better than ever.
37. He's playing like he's 27 with a 57-year-old mind. He's got all that going.
And the coach has done a good job. Gave his players 3 consecutive days off. They work once a week in pads, but he said they work hard and efficiently in practice. 3 wide receivers. Garrison Hurst alone setback. Young has time. Deep over the middle of right. Touchdown! Young and Rice do it again. Fabulous game for Jerry Rice. His 6th reception.
We got the corners still laying outside, not taking away the slant pattern. When you know they can throw that, Sam, you got to make them beat you with another route. Now, they can throw other routes, but you better take away that route.
The Falcons in deep trouble. Wade Ritchie for the extra point. And the 49ers have a 31-7 lead.
Watch the corner's positioning. It's called a slim post or a slant. The safety's not going to be over far enough, so your corner's got to play. Your corner's got to take away inside. Make him go outside. Wow.
Perfect. Deron Bolden beaten on the play.
5-step drop this time, not a quick throw. Waits. And really, Ronnie Bradford was man-to-man. He rolled off to try to come help.
And now the Young-Rice combination is within 1 of the NFL record. 78 times they have connected. What a brilliant pairing. Jerry Rice was upset in the Washington game and expressed himself to Coach Steve Mariucci. Everybody picked it up on the sideline. He wanted to be more involved, wanted to have more passes thrown his way. They kind of laughed it off a few days later, and Jerry apologized for not being more professional, and he's been involved in the offense today.
I go back to the TV commercials. We interviewed Young and said, are you catching all kinds of grief from the TV commercials where you're taking Rice to dinner? And he said, Rice is catching a whole lot more grief than I am.
We'll see those commercials at halftime. Those are the Visa commercials. Visa halftime reports coming up.
Well, I need to watch that because my Visa's maxed out. They told me to quit charging.
Wade Ritchie to kick off. Tim Dwight on the short kick from the 9. Barrels up near the 30-yard line. He puts his head down. When he sees players coming at him, he just puts his head down and goes like a battering ram.
No fear. Full speed contact guy.
JB and Terry scores and highlights. Fox Sports ticker up to the second stats. That's on the Visa halftime report coming up. NFL on Fox with the San Francisco 49ers. Offense looking as good as it's ever looked. 7 plays, 80 yards. They have had 3 huge drives in this game.
I think they're better because of the multiple formations. They run the 4 wides and the 3 wides on any down, and that's what makes them tougher.
While Anderson goes in motion, Chandler for Gary Downs. Picks up a block, and Merton Hanks takes him down at around the 38-yard line.
Clock still running.
Falcons have 2 timeouts remaining.
Chandler making hand signals, so he's called the play with hand signals.
3 wide receivers in. The rush is on. Down he goes. Junior Bryant. Coming right through the middle, the 4th sack on Chris Chandler and the 13th in 3 games that the Falcons have given up.
Junior Bryant, along with Bryant Young, the defensive tackles in a stunt. So they did a tackle twist and allowed Junior Bryant to slam down to the left with Bryant Young, the other Notre Damer, looping around, and it's like picking a chicken wing.
They beat the rookie, Bob Hallen, his first NFL game at left guard.
That's tough.
Replacing the injured Calvin Collins. Collins started, was bothered by an ankle sprain that he suffered late in the Eagles game.
Was wearing a brace on that ankle, and they didn't know how long he'd last. And he didn't last, I don't think,
No.
but about 2-3 plays.
There's young Bob Hallen. Loss of 10 on the play. Falcons called timeout. 51 seconds remaining. 49ers with the big lead. The ball at the Atlanta 28. And Chandler operates out of the shotgun. Blitz coming, was picked up, completes to Terrence Mathis. Fights off Darnell Walker and gets a first down in 49ers territory. That's a good effort by Terrence Mathis.
And a nice job picking the blitz up that time. They gave if you give Chandler time, this is what he can do. Good throw. We're going to get a loop blitz. 51's on the move, and here comes R.W. McWaters, and they pick it right off. Nice job here from Terrence Mathis getting away from Darnell Walker. Walker's had an excellent game, but he didn't make the tackle on that one.
Just across midfield with 44 seconds remaining. 3 catches for Terrence Mathis in the game. Anderson and Downs in the backfield with Chandler. They go out. Chandler goes deep over the middle, and it is intercepted by Zach Bronson. Bronson had it played perfectly. The pass intended for Terrence Mathis. Second pick of the game for the 49ers.
Excellent protection for Chris Chandler, but you're in a 2-minute situation. You're down to 30 seconds. You got to try to throw it. He was not open. Watch the protection, but he's still got to try to score. There's nobody after the quarterback, and there comes Zach
Bronson.
All the way back to the inside. Nice play. And one thing about Zach, the minute they got him to come here, the 49ers said, this guy can help us in the nickel situation. And he saves Antonio Langham. Easy pick. And I don't blame the quarterback for throwing that one. You're down to 30 seconds. You got to try to put it down there. Hope your guy comes up with the ball.
36 seconds remaining in a tough first half for Chris Chandler. He's been pressured, and he's been picked off a couple of times. Young rolling. Garrison Hurst picks up a couple of blocks and tightropes the sideline and finally goes out of bounds up around the 35-yard line.
Well, he wasn't looking to get yardage. He was trying for a touchdown. I could see him setting that thing up. He had visions of that New York game where he broke it in overtime.
96 yards, longest run in 49ers history.
Maybe as good a run as there
right.
is in 49er history.
28-yard pickup here up to the 35-yard line. And the 49ers, they're a greedy bunch. They want more.
27 seconds, Sam.
They've got time. 3 wide receivers in. Levy and Hurst in the backfield. Plenty of time for Steve Young. It's Chuck Levy. Keith Brookings stops him up around the 38-yard line. And the 49ers use their final timeout.
A surprise at that play selection. Throw that little 3-yard thing right there.
Very upset Dan Reeves. His defense has gotten very little pressure. I'm surprised they haven't blitzed a little more.
Really, when you play the 49ers, you can have a good defensive team out here, and you can have all kinds of schemes, and the 49ers can do this to you. And I think the big things you do is you don't let this bother you. I was down on the field today. One time, I don't know how much they could have beat us by 100. And they finally called off the dogs. But when they came back to Atlanta, we were able to beat them there. So it doesn't really, what happens today doesn't carry over to the next 49er game.
How about this in baseball, Jerry? Coming down last game of the season for the last playoff spot, the Giants are tied 8-8 in the 8th, and the Cubs are tied 3-3 in the 10th. Steve Young sends everybody out, swings it out to Chuck Levy, and he's out of bounds at the 41-yard line. Clock stops with 13 seconds remaining, and a light rain has begun falling here.
At Chuck Smith that time, the right defensive end for the Falcons, putting good pressure. I'm number 90, working on a youngster, Dave Fiore. Gets by Dave Fiore.
Fiore's done a good job.
Used to be a Jet.
Well, originally picked up by San Francisco. He was let go. Jets picked him up. He got injured and was waived injured, and the 49ers picked him up. Here's Levy again. Jerron Foldham bumps him out of bounds.
That's shocking play selection. You're down to 6 seconds. I don't know what good that play does you. That's not like the 49ers in this situation.
Clock. 49ers from the opening series. 2 plays, 2 passes to Jerry Rice from Steve Young. The second one 66 yards. And they have just added to the lead.
Well, the Falcons now have to block this kick. If the Falcons should have a scheme here, if they got a chance, they got to go block this punt to get them back in the football game. They're loaded here to the punter's left side.
Reggie Roby takes the high snap. He's a big guy. Gets it away with the strong leg. Tim Dwight watches it bounce inside the 10 and is covered down at the 2-yard line by James Williams. We have reached the end of the first half, and it's been all 49ers in the early season showdown. Fox NFL Sunday continues. JB and Terry along with scores and highlights in a moment.
They are, you got to just keep playing them. They can rack up points against everybody. I don't think you look at this game as disastrous for the Falcons, regardless of how the Falcons play the second half. You still got a chance, Sam. You look at their schedule to come back and win the next 5 games, and maybe you get the 49ers beat at your place.
Now we have a steady rain falling as we start the second half. Line drive kick by Wade Ritchie, and down goes Tim Dwight on the slippery grass. He is wrapped up at around the 20-yard line. As the Falcons will go on offense. First half stats, look at the 49ers domination, the rushing yardage. Steve Young has been the best runner that the 49ers have had. The passing yardage, as Steve Young is approaching his 3rd straight 300-yard game.
Red down conversion, 3 for 3, and the Falcons haven't been there yet.
Steve Young has had thrown 3 touchdown passes in each of the first 3 games. Anderson and Christian in the backfield. O.J. Santiago, the tight end, in motion. Jamal Anderson. It's about 4 on the play. Junior Bryant, number 90, makes the tackle.
Well, what I think the Falcons will do, they'll start the game plan all over like it's 0-0. That's how they wanted to start the game, in the eye, pounding them, running Jamal Anderson. And when you look up at the scoreboard, it could get to 60 if you try to catch up right away. So I think they're going to go right back like it's 0-0 and try to catch up real slowly and not turn that ball over. And it's raining pretty good right now.
It's 2nd and 6 for the Falcons. The delay to Anderson. Christian with a block. Anderson gets a first down. Out of bounds at the 31-yard line. Winfred Tubbs chased him out. See the rain falling here. Forecast for showers and temperatures in the low 60s through the afternoon. And we're getting that.
And if you're at home in Atlanta and you're sitting up on your couch wondering why they're not throwing this ball, they don't want this game to go so far out of hand that you never have a chance. And I think they'll just try to chug along and get a point, get 10 points this quarter before you go wide open. Here's 3 wide receivers on 1st and 10.
And Tim Dwight is the long setback, and he goes in motion. Everybody out, short drop. Tony Martin the catch. Ball popped loose. R.W. McWaters on the coverage.
R.W.'s everywhere today.
It's an incomplete pass. No possession by Tony Martin on the play.
Ended up with the back in motion. The back was Tim Dwight, that they had no backs left in the backfield, and just throwing a quick slant to Tony Martin. And you got, look at R.W. get his hand in there. Nice job. Left hand, stripped the ball. Call that a swat. Swatted the ball away from Tony Martin.
On 2nd and 10.
Oh, no. O.J. Santiago.
Forgot the snap count.
You need that. That's important.
Prior to the snap, false start. Number 88, offense. 5-yard penalty remains. 2nd down.
Just got word on the baseball games. The Giants lost 9-8, but the Cubs lost. And so the Giants will play in Chicago tomorrow. 1-game playoff for the wild card berth. The Mets lost and they're out of it. So it's the Giants at the Cubs tomorrow for the right to go to the playoffs. Chandler hands off to Jamal Anderson. Breaks a couple of tackles. Good run by Jamal. Carries people up to the 41-yard line. Close to a first down. Merton Hanks finally pulled him down.
This is the lead draw on a split. The back this side is going to lead for Jamal. That's bam. Good block right up there. And he comes running through. And this is how they wanted to start the football game. Dragging the 49ers around. The 49ers are probably looking at the score too much. And Jamal would have liked to started the game like that.
He's had back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons. He's had a solid start. Nothing explosive yet from Jamal Anderson. Two tight ends are in there. It's 3rd and 1, the short one.
And they're on the dirt, Sam, and he went in motion. It's got to be a sneak.
It is. And looks like Chandler's got it. Now, why'd you say it had to be a sneak?
There's nobody left in the backfield. There's nobody left in the backfield, 3rd and short. He motioned the back simply to try to move a linebacker and open up more hole for the quarterback. He's, you know, if I know that, I'm sure the 49ers know that because that's the way you play football.
Well, you know a lot of stuff.
Yeah, well, I don't know. If you don't know that, you haven't been in this league. That's what happens in this league.
Robbie Tobeck's the center. Bob Hallen and Gene Williams the guards. Bob Whitfield, Ephraim Salam the tackles. The offensive line for the Falcons. On 1st and 10, Chandler off the play fake. Got pressure from Barker. Gets away. And slides for a yard. And Bryant Young covers him.
And a good job by Chandler. He was going to try to run and dip in there, but then he brought his feet forward so he wouldn't get smacked. Goldman went inside, and Barker's chasing from the other side. Ephraim Salam, the right tackle for the Falcons, is a rookie, and he's going to school today. He's riding that school bus for a full hour. He's getting a lesson or two.
No gain on the play. Christian and Anderson in the backfield. On 2nd and 10, here comes the blitz. Good job of picking it up. And the pass for Mathis off his hands. Antonio Langham was covering on the play. Time for a baseball update. Let's go to the Fox television.
Back to you guys.
Thanks, JB. What a wild finish in the National League. Chandler over the middle, knocked away. Outstanding play by Darnell Walker. He's had a terrific game.
I don't know if I've seen him play any better. My son sitting at home is going to be jumping up and down. This is his sidekick. He gets his right hand in there and swats the ball. And he's on the fastest guy. He's underneath. Watch him run the underneath route on Tony Martin. Now watch his right hand right there. Swat the ball out of there. Having a big day.
6th punt of the game for Dan Straczynski. There's R.W. McWaters deep. The high kick. McWaters comes up at the 16. Swings it wide and takes it out of bounds up near the 30-yard line. The 49ers with a 31-7 lead go on offense for the first time in the second half. All right, Captain, with Steve Young. And the 49ers have the big lead. Garrison Hurst. The ball was spotted at the 25, and Hurst goes up to the 29-yard line. Jerry Rice came into the game with 10 receptions. Now has 16 on the season. That was the 2nd touchdown pass.
6 catches for 148 yards and a half. I've had receivers that didn't do that in their whole career. Unfortunately, I had a lot of them.
4 wide receivers. Chuck Levy spread wide to the right side. Young fires on the slant drop by Rice. He slipped a little bit and seemed to lose his timing. When he tried to recover, the ball bounced off his shoulder.
But just a simple turn in. He's in the inside. He's going to go right down the field. Out on the number, turn in. Wide open. He did slide. Oh, your eyes are good, Sam. Ever since you got that one fixed and the other one didn't fall out, you've been seeing everything.
Grass is wet as the rain continues to fall. Rain started falling late in the first half. 3rd down with Garrison Hurst the lone setback. Falcons have had very little pressure on Steve Young in this game. The screen to Hurst. Picks the block, and down the sideline he goes. Watch out! At the 20, to the 10, and he slides as he tried to cut in. He slipped at the 6-yard line. Ray Buchanan had the angle on him. Garrison Hurst. Man, is he having a year.
They had 3 wide receivers that side, 1 wide receiver this side, and then watch the screen, 1 block, and nobody's left. All the DBs are on that side. They only need that 1 block, and they're gone. And a great second effort by Buchanan. Here comes the man out of the University of Louisville and makes him slide down.
Well, Ray Buchanan caught up, but the Falcons are way behind. 65-yard pickup. Steve Young is over 300 yards passing. The guard, Kevin Gogan, moved.
Kevin Gogan came shuffling out of that thing.
Prior to the snap, false start, number 66, offense.
Here's a right.
5-yard penalty, remains first down.
Here's a right guard, 348 pounds, and thinks he can sneak out early. This guy's bigger than your average 53 Buick. Watch him waddle on out of there. Everybody can see that one.
How big is that 53 Buick?
Woo! Hey, look at this little push by. They got Eugene Robinson out of there, and there was nobody left. All the rest of the secondary was to the right side.
49ers move back 5 yards and another flag. Check this one. It's against the 49ers. Another false start. Steve Young can't believe it.
False start, number 80, offense. 5-yard penalty.
Jerry Rice.
Remains.
He has
First
not
down.
had a perfect day. He is not a perfect player. We got a penalty on Jerry Rice. Call up the Hall of Fame and tell him to hold that name.
Yeah.
I think he'll make up for it before this game's over.
I think so. Back to the 16-yard line they go. It is 1st and goal for the 49ers. Steve Young has now had 3 consecutive games of passing for over 300 yards with 3 touchdowns. Young looking. Nobody open. Down he goes. They finally got him. Chuck Smith on the sack. Back around the 21-yard line. First sack of the game for the Atlanta Falcons, who were 2nd in the league in sacks last season.
He's on the guy we talked about, the left tackle, Fiore, number 74. And Chuck gets that sack by second effort and starting up again. Held the ball. One thing Steve Young usually doesn't do is hold the ball. If you hold the ball, the Falcons can get to you. But Young usually brings the ball out so quick you don't get that second restart.
The numbers for Chuck Smith in his career, he's had 6 on Steve Young.
4 wide receivers.
2nd and goal from the 21. The draw to Chuck Smith gets a couple back. 2 penalties and a sack, moving the 49ers back from the 6-yard line.
Nice play by Travis Hall. Was in a pass rush mode. One thing that the 49ers are doing, there's 4 wide receivers. Watch Travis. There's 4 wide receivers, but they're running out of these sets. Center blocks back on him. Chris Dolman, and he rolls back into it. You have to play run with 3 wides and 4 wides against the 49ers. That's new this year.
3 wide receivers with Hurst in the backfield. Young looking for the end zone to Rice, and it was intercepted by Ray Buchanan. Beautiful interception. Buchanan with a big run back. There's a flag down on the play as Buchanan is forced out of bounds at the 32-yard line.
And Buchanan's keeping that ball. He says, I got the ball, I'm keeping it. Here's a guy that went to the University of Louisville as a running back and got mad when they made him go play defense. Changed his whole life.
Illegal formation. Tackle was uncovered on the offensive line. The penalty is declined. First down.
2nd interception on Steve Young this season. Ray Buchanan. On the pass intended for Rice, Buchanan picks it off. Events and television specials throughout the U.S. since 1987.
87?
Have they landed since 87?
They've been up all that time.
Ray Buchanan's 2nd interception of the season. Quick pass to Terrence Mathis. He's wrestled out of bounds by Antonio Langham. Buchanan's 2nd of the season. He had 5 last season, giving the Falcons the ball and stopping what appeared to be a sure score for the 49ers.
This play is the wide receiver screen. Instead of throwing it out to they brought the backs out, and so the wide receiver was supposed to make the play. But the 49ers are stopping just about everything today.
Sorry.
Falcons have been good in the second half thus far this season. A long way to go in this one. The rain falling. Chandler completes to the tight end. O.J. Santiago up across the 40-yard line. Time for an update. Let's go back to the Fox television break. The Bears, who led Tampa Bay 15-0, lost that game. Now the Vikings have come back to grab the lead. The rollout by Chandler. Throws back and completes up across the 45-yard line to Terrence Mathis. His 5th reception of the game. So a couple of different looks now by the Falcons. A little rollout there, and the rain's starting to fall a little harder now.
Exactly how the Falcons wanted to start this game, and unfortunately they didn't get any points. They weren't able to move the ball like they are now. But they're down to 5 minutes. Next quarter, they're going to have to open this thing up and go try to win the football game. Right now, they're just trying not to get beat real bad.
In the backfield, number 33, Ken Oxendine, 7th-round pick out of Virginia Tech, making his NFL debut, and he carries up the middle and gets stopped. He lost the ball. On his first carry in the NFL, he fumbles, and the 49ers have it.
Well, I can't figure that out because the rookie guard, 64, the left guard, you'll see him pull. That's Bob Halen. And it looked like Oxendine, this guard's going to pull, so let's see where they were trying to go with this play. I saw the left guard get out of there. Oh, that young, you said first carry? First carry, he didn't follow his blockers. He's got to follow Bob Christian. He cut up inside.
Bryant Young forced the fumble, and Brenson Buckner recovered. 49ers at the Atlanta 34, and yet another mistake for Atlanta. And dropped passes, interceptions. The turnover story is hurt. Falcons had only 1 turnover coming in, 1 interception coming into this game. And they've thrown 2, and now the first fumble they've lost this season. Mark Edwards on the carry for San Francisco, picked up a couple.
Well, you're helping the other team when you're dropping your passes. You got people open, you're not making a catch, and you're laying the ball on the ground. That has nothing to do with how good the 49ers are. That only has to do with you making mistakes against yourself.
Tight ends in for the 49ers. Smith went in motion. Young on the rollout to the tight end, Irv Smith. Takes it out of bounds. Short pickup inside the 37. Irv Smith's 4th catch of the game. He came over from New Orleans.
Well, here's the bootleg, and you have to be as a right defensive end because this quarterback's left-handed. You always have to contain the bootleg. Let's see where the right end goes. He goes down inside Chuck Smith and allowing the quarterback to get outside your contained pressure. Bad job. You got it. When you're playing right in against that left-handed as good as Young, you got to take the bootleg.
They split the tight end to the right. Chuck Levy the lone setback. Everybody out. Levy on the reception. First down 49ers. Inside the 25. They'll mark it at the 23. The versatile Chuck Levy coming out of the backfield to make the reception.
Well, Levy was man-to-man on Jesse Tuggle. They're singled up. Here's Jesse Tuggle. Here's Levy. It's man-to-man coverage. Wherever he goes, he's got to take him. A little late seeing him. And he can't get there in time.
And give him some room. Uh-oh.
Oh, man, he looked like the old team doctor.
That's going to ruin the suit, too. Grass stains, wet grass. 2 tight ends in for the 49ers. Spot the ball at the Atlanta 24. Garrison Hurst blocked by Ray Brown. Hurst is spilled forward at the 18-yard line. Flag on the play.
I'm impressed with the official. This flag was an 18-yard throw by the official. That's the best throw we've seen by an official so far. He let it go.
And a clipping penalty against the 49ers.
They were pulling the guard out around, so they probably had a crackback block by the receiver, and that's where you get your clipping.
Personal foul, illegal crackback block, number 82 offense. 15-yard penalty, remains first down.
That's Irv Smith, the tight end. You'll see the guard, Ray Brown, pulling. When you see a guard pull, then the outside people, here he is, they won't call that on a tight end. It went down and hit him below the knees. Usually that's called by a wide receiver, not a tight end that close to the tackle. That's a pretty tough call.
49ers are pulled back to the 36-yard line. Have to get to the 14 for a first down. J.J. Stokes on the reception, gets inside the 25-yard line.
And Jerome Bolden, I believe, was on Stokes, and they're so far off now, I think they got, they're in a little shell shock. The corner's off about 7-8 yards. This is 4 wide receivers, but we can't show you on this one. He's way, way off. He's not even in the same county. You got to get in the same area code where the receiver is to close the route.
Randy Fuller came in to make the tackle. Jerome Bolden there on the coverage. Lone setback is Mark Edwards. Terrell Owens in motion. Young, nobody open, waiting, pointing, and gets hit at the 26-yard line by Jesse Tuggle. Tuggle closed in a hurry. It'll be the second sack on Steve Young in the game. He's been sacked 3 times coming in.
Steve Young was really looking for another play, and he did a couple of fake pumps, couldn't find anything, and then he goes into a scramble, and finally Jesse's got mad enough that he said, watch all the options. Fake? No. Now he's looking at this. Fake again? No. Now I'm going to scramble, and Jesse's trying to find, and Jesse says, I'm just going after it. 4 wide receivers in.
3rd and 13. Everybody out. Young on the short drop. The slant to Rice. He shot it. It's the no. He lost control as he was hit. Young thought they had it.
Wow.
That was close.
There's nobody in the post. There's no safety in the post. So you have to cover inside. You can't let him inside because they're out of help inside. There's no help inside. There he is again. Oh, nice job. Look at him. Look at that. Pull that ball out of there. And that's Booker. Michael Booker getting his hand in there. Nice job, Michael Booker.
First-round draft pick last year. Here's Wade Ritchie's longest attempt. 43 yards. The hold by Ty Detmer. And the kick is no good. Hooked it. 3:06 to go, 3rd quarter. 49ers have been unable to add to their lead. It's still 31-7.
When years ago you couldn't do that. Now watch the center. He gets hit by Shane Drunnett. Boom. Randy Kirk, 57. And wide, just a little by a bar. Wide left.
Falcons from their own 32-yard line. Make it to 33. With Anderson and Christian in the backfield. Chandler gets chased. Heads for the sideline. Slides down at the 30. And a flag goes down. I think the 49ers going to get called for a late hit here.
Chris Doman had instant pressure. He lines up on Bob Whitfield. Looks like he took an inside
foul
route.
on the play. Quarterback slid, was not contacted until after he was down. Contact ruled negligible. Second.
Watch this. Oh, it's a stunt. It's a stunt. They caught a man-to-man. Talking about the offensive line. That young rookie, 64, Bob Halen's got to slide off with Bob Whitfield and pick up that inside stunt. Didn't get it done.
A loss of a couple. Back to the 30-yard line. There's Ken Norton, the former heavyweight champion of the world, here to see his son play.
My wife and I met him in Denver when he was the heavyweight champion of the world. My wife said, that may be the best-looking man I've ever met. And I said, what about me? She said, no chance.
On the roll, Chandler in trouble again. Down he goes.
Bob Whitfield. Woo, did he make a hit? I think he got the end chasing him. I think it was Barker.
I think
Chris
Dolman, his old teammate.
All right, here he is right here. Chris Dolman does the stun inside. Here comes Whitfield. Nice shot. Looked better live than it did there. I was bragging on a good hit. Wasn't that a good hit?
Well, it was effective, though. Big Bob Whitfield. But Dan Reeves has not been happy with the play of the offensive line, and when he sees 7 sacks in this game, he'll be even more upset. That's 16 in 3 games that the Falcons have given up. Here's 3rd and long. They have to get to the 43 for first down. Over the middle of Mathis, and he is wrapped up and brought down. Darnell Walker got there and took him down. Time for an NFL update. Back to the Fox Television Center. The JV. Percy Ellsworth starting for the injured Tito Wooten. Gets a pick and a TD.
Well, I've always loved Percy when he was a backup and a special teams player. A hard-nosed, tough player.
R.W. McWaters takes the Straczynski punt. It's a fair catch. We're late in the 3rd quarter. Big lead for the 49ers.
Proud sponsor of the NFL and official airline of the Super Bowl. By GMC. See your local GMC dealer today. By Coors Light, Frost brewed to tap the clean taste of the Rockies. And by Pizza Hut, home of the Edge, Sicilian pizza, and more.
A look from the Snoopy 2 in MetLife Blimp. Give me the forecast here.
Well, looks, that's the same view Atlanta Falcons have had all day. It's kind of dreary, kind of wet.
49ers from their own 28-yard line. Young dumps it off to Garrison Hurst. Up to about the 33-yard line. Jesse Tuggle in on the tackle. 49ers on the opening series. Steve Young connected on 2 passes back-to-back to Jerry Rice. Second one 66 yards, and they have built it from there. Several long drives in this game. Young's passing has been outstanding. Getting close to 400 yards passing in this game.
Well, sooner or later, they got to go after the clock. And maybe it's now.
Garrison Hurst going up the middle. Ray Brown leading the blocking up across the 35. It'll be a 3rd and short for the 49ers. Derek Deese and Lester Archambault have some words.
And we had a nice visit with Lester Archambault. And here's a guy that had a 4.4 average in high school on a 4-point maximum. But he took some college courses. Remind me of you academically. 4.4 on a 4.0. Not bad.
I was 4.4 each year. They added it. 1.1 each year. End of the 3rd quarter. No scoring in the 3rd. Steve Young and the 49ers came close, but they were held off by the Falcons. 10-3. 49ers lead 31-7. Bill here in San Francisco with the 49ers trying to go 3-0. Lead it 31-7 and come to the line of scrimmage to 36 on a 3rd and 2. Garrison Hurst the lone setback. Carry, and he slipped on the muddy infield and was covered on the play by Keith Brooking. Short of a first down. Bring on the punting team. Reggie Roby to kick it away.
3 wideouts and just trying to run to the open side. Kind of hard to run to the open side with nobody to block over there. Open side meaning the tight end was to the left and he ran to the right.
Reggie Roby with his 3rd punt of the game. First is 45, second is 55. The Fox box will show you the hang time. Long kick, Tim Dwight at the 18 with some room to return, but he slips at the 30-yard line. Falcons on offense as we start early in the 4th quarter. 48-yard punt for Reggie Roby.
Anything? I got on a long sleeve shirt coming up. Watch the leg extension. Look at there. There's his head. Wow. That's some flexibility. He's lost 20 pounds.
Falcons from their own 31-yard line. Chris Chandler still in at quarterback. Neither team has scored here in the 2nd half. Short to Jamal Anderson. Splits the tackle and carries 2 men to the 49ers 46-yard line. Good run after the catch by Jamal Anderson.
That's as fast as we've seen Jamal run. He didn't run that fast in the Eagle win. Watch after the catch. He's a long strider. This is at regular speed. This is not live. This is a replay now, Sam. This is at regular speed. He's moving along pretty good there. Coach is looking for more outside speed, so they played Tim Dwight as a halfback some.
That pass dropped by Terrence Mathis. Several drops in the game for the Falcons. The pickup by Anderson on the previous play was 26 yards.
Too many drop passes.
Yep.
Not his first drop pass of this game. Tony Martin's dropped a pass. And that's his second. You cannot catch the ball with your wrist. That's never been available. hand selection, they call that. You got to get your hands upside down, your little fingers together, and catch it.
3 wide receivers. Jamal Anderson, the lone setback. Delay to Anderson. Slips a couple of tackles, keeps going, and has room. Anderson being chased by Burton Hanks. Forced out of bounds at the 4-yard line. Great run by Jamal Anderson, his longest of the season. 42-yard pickup.
Second effort. They bottled him up for a while. And this is as good as we've seen him run all year. Breaks that arm tackle, gets off of that arm tackle, gets off of that heavy hit by Roy Barker. Not enough speed to get away from Hanks, but a nice big play.
Best rushing day of the season for Jamal Anderson. Sitting on 99. First and goal, Falcons. At the 4-yard line. Anderson behind Christian. To the goal line, he's in. Touchdown. Wow. Jamal Anderson powers his way in.
You said power. He ran over 4 49ers at the goal line, including Tim McDonald. He moved the whole pile back. What a nice shot. That whole series was really one guy. That whole series was Jamal Anderson.
Caught the screen pass, had the draw play, and then the run off tackle for the touchdown.
They came down to say they gave the ball.
A nice little souvenir.
I don't know if that's part of his family or just a fan. Just a big Jamal fan.
Morton Anderson. The kick is through. 4 plays. Falcons go 69 yards, and Jamal Anderson carries 4 yards for the touchdown. Back in San Francisco with the rain falling. Earlier in the game, Morton Anderson successfully worked with his teammates an onside kick. Falcons recovered.
49ers are in a semi-punt onside kick formation.
This is deep to Chuck Levy, who drops it and picks it up. Slippery footing, finds an opening, and finally brought down by Randy Fuller. At the 23-yard line, 49ers go on offense. Their lead cut to 31-14.
Bob Christian, fullback. We drafted him when I was in Atlanta from Northwestern. Watch his block. I thought Jamal moved him. Watch Christian hit Tubbs and knock Tubbs right into Norton. It's a 2-man KO. Great play by Bob Christian.
Lifted Tubbs off the ground.
Woo!
Steve Young, the Falcons drive was 4 plays, 69 yards, and just about all Jamal Anderson. Garrison Hurst, no hold. Craig Sauer in on the tackle. Time for an NFL update. Back to the Fox Television Center in L.A. to JB. When Brad Johnson went down, they've got the best backup quarterback in the league, and he's keeping them going.
And Randy Moss can make the catch on an ugly pass. He can react to a bad throw. That's how he scores all those touchdowns.
Play fake by Young. Quick throw is almost intercepted.
Oh, that would have been big. Down 17 to points. If Jesse Tuggle can hang on to that, they're back in this football game. That could have been huge.
You sense that the 49ers have lost a little of their edge here in the second half?
Yeah, without question. I think they're looking at the scoreboard too much. Oh, nice break on the ball. You know what? If Jesse didn't intercept it.
Have a player down. That's Dave Fiore, the left tackle.
Oh, boy. If Jesse didn't intercept that, I think Ray Buchanan was going to intercept that.
Step out for a moment as they attend to the left tackle of the 49ers, Dave Fiore. Fiore limped off under his own power, a right leg injury. He injured his left knee in training camp in 1997 with the Jets. San Francisco, over 500 yards offense in each game this season. Young to J.J. Stokes, wrestled down at the 29-yard line. And that'll bring up a punt. Second time in the game, 3 and out for the 49ers.
Unusual play selection. They needed 10 and threw that 5-yard slant. I don't know what they were thinking. Hoping they were going to get zone, I guess.
First time in his career that he's had 3 consecutive games where he's passed for over 300 yards and thrown 3 touchdown passes.
And it's really because of their formations. There's a block punt on by the Falcons. They're running so many different formations now. I think it's helping Steve Young more than anybody.
Long count. Roby, plenty of time, gets it away. His 4th punt of the game. Tim White back to the 23. Gets to the sideline. He's bumped out of bounds, and a flag comes in. Chad Fan, number 86, pushing out of bounds. 48-yard punt. Roby's punts have been 45, 55, 47, and 48.
But they haven't had any hang time. They've been line drivers.
Holding on the Falcons on the return. That hurts.
Holding on Jerome Bolden. He's had a long day trying to cover people.
During the return of the punt, holding number 43 on the receiving team. 10-yard penalty. First down.
Jerron. I've been calling him Jerome. Huh?
Might be his brother.
That's his brother. Oh, man.
Buckley was a man downfield.
I think Buckley had a hold of his face mask there a little bit. I question that call.
I think that's what Dan Reeves is upset about.
I don't think that's a good call.
Falcons from their own 24-yard line. The rain is lightened a little bit. Anderson and Christian in the backfield. Off the play fake, Chandler throws short. Intended for Terrence Mathis. Still plenty of time for the Falcons. They trail by 17, a long way back, but they've got to make things happen in a hurry.
Well, here's the 11-14. I think you got to go play 2 minutes. You got to decide whether you want to get out of here and not get embarrassed real bad, or get out here and tell your team you're going to go out and try to win. I'd run 2 minutes the rest of the time. Now, you may get beat by 50, but you may come out and make a game out of it.
Sanders' completion percentage down. Passed for over 200 yards. Short drop. Complete up across the 30-yard line to Tony Martin. Dave Fiore has a sprained right knee. He will not be back. Rookie Chris Ruman will replace him in the lineup.
And there's no hurry up at all for the Falcons. It's 3rd and 1, and they're walking around, and they're just trying not to get beat real bad. I'd rather get beat real bad and convince your team you're always trying to win the thing.
2 tight ends in for Atlanta on 3rd and 1. Jamal Anderson has the first down. Forces his way up to the 35-yard line. Anderson over 100 yards, and that's the first time in 19 games that the 49ers have had a running back run for over 100 yards against them.
Sort of took over that last drive, Jamal Anderson. And we noticed against the Eagles, he ran better in the second half. He's a heavy runner, and he gets to dragging people around in the second half.
Mathis in motion. Delay to Anderson with a big hole. Breaks one tackle and keeps on going. Across midfield to the 49ers, 47-yard line. Antonio Langham finally took him down. 18-yard gain for Jamal Anderson.
And it's nothing fancy. It's a lead with Christian coming up inside just like he did on the touchdown. And his job is to whack the line. Didn't really get the linebacker down that time. Winford Tubbs was able to reach over the top. But Jamal right now is better than a pass.
Anderson taking charge, his hard running. Trying to get the Falcons back in the game, though time winding down. Chandler with time, nobody open. And down he goes. Picked up a couple on the play.
Roy Barker
chased him down.
Roy Barker, he's up on the young rookie, Ephraim Salam. Good second effort by Barker. Doing some unusual things today, that rookie, playing in a two-point stance like a linebacker on pass down.
Trying to show him some different looks. Here's Roy Barker against Ephraim Salam. Now he's down. 2nd and 8. There goes Dwight on the end around. And he's wrestled out by Tim McDonald at the 40-yard line. bring up a very important third down play for the Falcons.
Good hit by Tim McDonald, and we said they were going to put Tim Dwight in the back. There's Salam, and his first name, Ephraim. I counted this up yesterday. 1, 2, 3. He's got 4 A's in his name. That's more A's than you had in your whole college career.
You've been checking the records again,
man.
huh?
I can't brag either. I don't think I had 4 A's. I may only had 1.
I told my parents I had more than that. Big third down play. 3rd and 3. Jamie German comes in motion to the line. Everybody out. Chandler in trouble. Gets the first down. Slides to the 30-yard line. That's a big run for Chris Chandler. But now time becomes a factor. Falcons are maintaining possession pretty well.
But they're huddling up, and they're taking, their biggest enemy right now is the clock, and they're playing it like we've got 2 or 3 more quarters.
Anderson and Christian in the backfield. Mathis and Martin, the wide receivers, both to the left side. Play fake. Chandler looking deep. Down the sideline, wide open. Touchdown to Terrence Mathis. Beautiful play by the Atlanta Falcons. And with 7:23 to go, the Falcons score to cut into the big lead of the 49ers.
And the play-action fake did it. They were in the slot. The play-action fake froze the secondary. And they ran a little scissors with the slot and the wide out, and he was, man, was he open, huh?
31-yard touchdown pass. Chandler to Mathis. Morton Anderson for the extra point try. 2 touchdown passes today for Chris Chandler. He has thrown touchdown passes in 15 consecutive games. A Falcons record. The kick is blocked. Morton Anderson has the kick blocked. The snap. The hold by Straczynski. The block in the middle. It's 31-20. The backup defensive tackle blocked the extra point try by Morton Anderson. First extra point that Anderson has missed since November of 1995.
He had good blocking help from his compadre, Junior Bryant. Got the push.
So it's an 11-point 49ers lead. Anderson kicks off. Coming up short, R.W. McWaters actually taken in front of him. That's David Ritchie, defensive end, that caught the ball.
Signal fair catch, which was smart. He ends up with the ball. With this score, fair catch means they can't hit you. There's going to be, this is whatever you want to call it, a scissors. They're going to do this, and he's going to end up free. Good play fake. Watch the play fake, then watch the scissors. There's the play fake, and there's the scissors, and that's like coming out early.
Now the 49ers, who have not scored here in the second half, Garrison Hurst gets a couple across the 20-yard line.
We want to show you the extra point block. Number 90 gets the big push.
And there's Brenton Buckner going up for the block.
Excellent call. Junior Bryant gets the push, and Buckner gets to swat the ball. Nice job by those 2 tackles. You get to see everything. You got good eyes.
Thanks.
I'm surprised because I know when we go to pay our dinner bill, you can't even find your wallet.
I can't see the bill. Rice in motion. The play fake. Short pass to Jerry Rice. Pulled out of bounds up at the 27-yard line. Cornelius Bennett and Jesse Tuggle take Jerry Rice out. 7th reception of the game for Jerry Rice.
Well, Rice is like a tight end in this. They motion like he's going to block the run. He's going to come over here, fake blocking the run, and they bootleg to Rice rather than a tight end. There's the fake, the boot, and now they want Rice on a linebacker rather than a tight end. Pretty clever.
Ball spotted up the 27-yard line. 3 wide receivers in for the 49ers. Garrison Hurst on setback. 3rd and short. Owens in motion. Young finally finds a man open. Jerry Rice for a first down. That was a big one for the 49ers. Their last series, they were 3 and out. This one, they keep going. And now the clock working for them with just under 6 minutes to go in the fourth quarter.
Well, watch Young. You wonder why he's the #1 quarterback for quarterback rating. He can't find his man. He doesn't like that. He looks over there. He looks back over there. He sees the whole field. He never gives up on any receiver, and the protection's good enough that he waits and waits and finally finds a guy named Jerry Rice.
8 catches, 163 yards for Jerry Rice. First down 49ers from their own 35. Steve Young has passed for 388 yards. Garrison Hurst gets up to the 38-yard line. Young 28 for 39. The Falcons have called a timeout as they try to preserve some time. See the Mets losing, their season over. The Giants lost, the Cubs lost, but they will have a 1-game playoff in Chicago for the wild card spot in the National League. Mark McGwire, 2 home runs, 69 and 70. And don't forget, Tuesday night here on Fox, the Yankees and the Texas Rangers, Game 1 of the American League Division Playoff Series. You gotta love it. Woo. David Wells, Todd Stottlemyre match up in Game 1.
You wish you were in Chicago.
Oh, that's tomorrow.
I bet you wish you're there. There's Dan Reeves, and Dan Reeves, he'll get this thing going back home. When I was coaching in Atlanta, he's got the 2 best gals in the history of pro football. His secretary, Brenda Johnston, she'll get him fired up. Carol Breeding helps work with. And these 2 gals will get this whole organization coming back. They're the 2 best secretaries in the National Football League.
I knew you'd get a little
They're the greatest.
plug in there.
I had to say that.
8 Eastern, 5 Pacific at Yankee Stadium. Game 1 of the best-of-5 American League Division Series. The Yankees and the Texas Rangers. Don't miss it here on Fox. Second down for the 49ers. Young still got it. He's running, and he's out of bounds. First down. He's had a good day running the football. Steve Young runs to the Falcons bench. You got no help there, Steve.
He doesn't usually run the bootleg that way.
That's right.
It's usually the boot to the defensive right side, so that surprised the Falcons.
Don't forget, tonight on Fox, Best Night on Television begins with The World's Funniest. That's next after football. The Simpsons, That 70s Show, and Jerry's favorite, The X-Files.
I love the X-Files. All my friends have a part on that show. I saw you in there one time. You were semi-comatose. I love you on that show.
Garrison Hurst. Nice hole.
Oh, boy.
Gets up to midfield.
Greg Sauer came in there trying to make the hit. Hurst, that's a story. Everything that happened to him. I think what hurt him with the Cardinals, the coach was Joe Bugle when they drafted him. And when you get hurt, you got a new coach. There's Sauer. This is his. He's starting for the injured linebacker.
Henry Crockett, who had wrist surgery and is expected to be out another 6 weeks. Hurst stopped. Good tackle in on the play by Chuck Smith. Hurst slow getting up. Chris Ruman, a rookie, is in at left tackle, replacing the injured Dave Fiore. And the Falcons have called another timeout with 4:08 to go. Falcons trailing 31-20. But they will be very upset with all the mistakes they've made in this game. They've come back. They were down 31-7 at the half, but a lot of mistakes have cost them. There have been drop passes, a couple of interceptions. There's been a fumble. Tony Martin. McWaters knocked it away from him. Fumble by the rookie Ken Oxendine in his first NFL carry. A drop by Terrence Mathis. In the first half, Tony Martin dropped the ball. He was wide open down the sideline.
Well, I think what you do, you go back to Atlanta and you put this game to sleep. You look at their schedule. They've got a chance to string out some wins and still get back in the hunt.
Last look is at the rookie Ken Oxendine. 49ers on third down. Young has time. Now flushed out. Nobody was open. Down he goes.
Ball came out, too.
Ball popped loose. 49ers have it back. Third sack by the Falcons in the game. Chris Ruman, the rookie tackle.
He got beat by Chuck Smith, but he was able to come in and jump on that fumble. Here's the next 5 weeks I'm talking about, Sam. Now, you know, realistically, the Falcons could come back and win every one of these football. They're good enough to win every one of these. You're back at 6-1. It's not bad. Now, I know you like the Giants. I do, too.
Carolina played Green Bay tough. New Orleans is 3-0. You can't just say pushover
here.
here.
I'm not saying that, but I don't see any 49ers in that schedule.
No. Let's put it this way. Those are competitive and winnable games for the Falcons.
Absolutely. They are as good as these people. Roby's back in.
His 5th punt of the game, and he's done a good job for the 49ers. They go to Buffalo and New Orleans, come home against Indianapolis, play the Rams, and then the big one at Green Bay. People are saying that the 49ers could be 7-0 going into that Green Bay game. Roby kicks it away. Tim Dwight waits for a fair catch at the 20-yard line. Wanted to stop the clock with 3:48 to go. The Falcons are down by 11. They need a score in a hurry. They've scored the only points of this second half. And the defensive has done a good job of finally stopping the 49ers. The three amigos, here are the numbers. For Jerry Rice, 8 catches, 162 yards. Stokes with 3 receptions. Garrison Hurst, 105 receiving yards. Had that big gain of 65 on a screen pass. Now the fans want the defense to get in it, so half the crowd has gone home. The rain is still falling lightly. Jamal Anderson in motion. Chandler to Gary Downs out of the backfield. Slips one and gets up to about the 29-yard line.
Well, now they're getting on the ball, Sam. Now they're not huddling. They should have started this a couple of series ago. But at least they're going without the huddle, trying to get back in there. You're not down that far. Score a touchdown, onside, kick it.
Everybody out. Chandler gets time. Deep over the middle for Downs. Too high. It's intercepted by Tim McDonald. 3rd interception of the game for the 49ers. That one was overthrown. And McDonald, playing deep center field, was there to grab it.
A little pressure on the quarterback. Chris Chandler had a little pressure on him coming from his right side. Not a good throw. Barker coming up the middle. Roy Barker in a trick with Junior Bryant. Overthrows.
Surprised he would go to Gary Downs in that situation rather than to Mathis or Martin.
Well, the defense dictates where the ball goes by what the coverage, but you wouldn't know it by that throw.
49ers at the 45-yard line. Just to run the clock, Garrison Hurst slips a couple of tackles, gets across midfield. Good pickup. William White finally brought him down. And turnovers a big factor in today's game. 3 interceptions and 1 fumble for the Atlanta Falcons.
I'm a little bit surprised the 49ers blitzed the Falcons that first half and really gave them problems. And I think when they got ahead to 31-7, they shut the blitz off. So the 49ers have not been going after Chandler like they did in the first half.
Saw the big number for San Francisco, 71-1 when they have the edge in the turnover situation. That's Shane Dronette, the defensive tackle, who's got a leg injury.
Oh, we got to hope he's healthy because he's an excellent football player. We said earlier, 7 blocked field goals, 21 batted balls. They're looking at his right knee. We hope he's okay.
And being helped up and limping somewhat, flexing the right leg. The MetLife Blimp Snoopy 2 is under the command of Captain Doug McFadden.
Captain Doug.
Yes. The blimp typically cruises at a speed of 35 miles per hour. I know that's slow for you, and an altitude of 1,200 feet. Hi, Captain Doug.
35 miles an hour. That's the same speed they drive in New York. You live in New York. I get to go there on Wednesday and Thursday. You can't go 35 miles an hour.
World's Funniest comes up after football, then The Simpsons, That 70s Show, and The X-Files.
Our favorite.
Right here on Fox. Best night in television. Steve Young to Garrison Hurst. Not much. We'll bring up a 3rd down play with the clock running.
He was running for ball security. He had a nice cutback hole, and he didn't hit it. He just ran like Bronco Nagurski, put two hands on the ball. They probably said, whatever you do, don't fumble, don't turn it over. And he didn't make that good cutback run he would make if the game was still in question.
Steve Young has run for 53 yards in this game. Talks things over with Steve Mariucci as we come down to the 2-minute warning. Garrison Hurst has run for 58 yards for the 49ers.
Steve Young said to me yesterday, he said,
we'll get back to that in a moment.
It's too long anyway. You wouldn't like it.
2-minute warning. 49ers 31-20. Back in a moment. Niners about to go 3-0. The offense has been absolutely superb. Well, the Falcons have done a good job here in the second half of shutting things down. On third down, flag flies. Garrison Hurst is brought down short of a first down.
Looked like a Falcon jumping off sides on third down. Defensive lineman.
Offside. Defense number 90. 5-yard penalty. First down.
Put that in the list of mistakes for the Falcons. First down, San Francisco. Look at the numbers here through 3 games, including today, 112 points, averaging over 534 yards, 541 yards today, 377 passing, averaging 340, 164 yards rushing today, averaging 194. An awesome offense for the 49ers. And the Falcons cannot stop the clock. So Steve Young goes to one knee. Shane Dronette, the good news, back for the Falcons.
Was back in there.
Yep. Now, the good news for the 49ers is as they roll along here, and they've had some problems defensively. They've given up 20 points today. They expect to get Gabe Wilkins back close to the midseason mark, and Shane Bonham, both out with injuries. Bonham's had a torn biceps. Wilkins is rehabbing a knee. Marquez Pope should be back from his back injury. Their defense should get a lot stronger as the season goes on.
The way their offense is playing, the defense doesn't have to be the strength because they're going to score so many points that they can suffer a little bit on defense because of what the offense is doing.
As we wind down, and when we finish this game here in San Francisco, we're going to San Diego for the conclusion of the game between the San Diego Chargers and the New York Giants. Don't forget what's coming up after football: The World's Funniest, The Simpsons, That 70s Show, and the Jerry Glanville story, the X-Files.
Oh, my family's going to be mad at you.
So the Falcons will be 2-1. The 49ers go to 3-0. There's still a tie at the top of the NFC West because the New Orleans Saints are 3-0. 49ers in Buffalo next week. Falcons home against Carolina. And that's the last one of the game. The handshakes go all around. Today's game produced by Jeff Gallen, directed by Joe Assetti, associate director Ray Smaltz, broadcast associate Jacob Olman, studio produced by Scott Ackerson, directed by Bob Levy, associate director Jennifer Love, senior producer of Fox Sports is Bill Brown, the executive producers of Fox Sports, Ed Gorin and David Hill, our statistician Emmett McGuire, our spotter was Gary Lynn, and our thanks to our crew members who made it out of Florida during the hurricane to get here, and they're sending their best wishes back to their families back in Florida who had a